Number one for 25 years. Oasis Fm Tenerife. We're all over it.
Chris Todd of Armada Sur joins me. Chris, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Very well, thanks.
Good. Now, it's been an exciting season from what I can gather. I've tried to follow as much as I could our local team, obviously the Blue and Whites. Yeah. Just give us a brief rundown of what's been happening this season.
Well, we've got an average budget for the season, so our expectations weren't too high. But we have a steady side now, and we could see by October, November that we had a solid side. And we've been in the top four since about November or so.
Wow.
And we stayed there ever since. And we just dropped on the last day to fifth.
Right.
But we qualified for the playoffs with a few matches to spare.
Yeah.
And now we're in the final, which is the next 2 weekends.
So the playoff final is a bit like how it works in the league in the UK, for example. So the La Liga that we're in now, we have the chance to go up to what is essentially the Premier League, I guess.
La Liga, with all the big boys, yes, if we can do that. Well, we're just 2 games from doing so.
Right.
So the top 2 go up directly.
Yeah.
We have to admit that we probably weren't quite good enough for the top 2.
Right.
And then we the next 4 play off between each other.
I see. So Almeria went up as champions, is that?
That's right. And Valladolid were promoted as well.
Knowledge.
2 big clubs, the big boys in the category.
Yeah.
And Eibar were the 3rd one, but they failed last night, so they won't be.
Right, and we recently had our first playoff games, because it's a 2-legger, isn't it? Tell us about that, because that was,
Well, we've been dreading playing against Las Palmas, our big rivals, for weeks now.
Yeah.
And they've been on an incredible run. They won 9 out of 10 to just sneak into the playoffs.
Right.
And in fact, on the last day, they jumped above us, so they had the home advantage on the second leg, which usually is better.
Yeah.
But we were the best away side in the league, so in a way, it was in our favour slightly. But we beat them 1-0 here last Wednesday, and we went over to Gran Canaria on Saturday, and we beat them 2-1 over there, so it's 3-1 on aggregate.
Tell me about that then, as a 2-leg goes. So what was the atmosphere? Because I can only imagine at a local derby, it's like, I mean, my UK team, Liverpool, playing Everton or even Man United, I guess. Yeah. What was that like playing here, first of all?
Last Wednesday was an epic night in the Heliodoro. I think everyone that went was going to remember this night for everyone. It was 19,800 the attendance, something like that. And every single person was so involved in the match, an intense rivalry.
Yeah.
It's a triple whammy to beat them in the playoffs and to win a derby, and then they don't go up as well.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. So they're staying in the league that we are, hopefully, if we win. So. Now, the rivalry then, what was it like then for the Blue and Whites to go to Gran Canaria?
Well, we only managed to get 700 tickets, which was a bit should have been. It's usually 1,500.
Right, okay. So but you were there, though. You went to both.
Yeah, I went to both, I haven't missed a away derby since 1997.
Wow.
We haven't played each other every year, but it was very difficult to get the tickets because 700 and 1,500 normally go, and maybe 10,000 wanted to go. So
of course, everybody wanted to go. So what was it like for you then in Gran Canaria, in their home patch?
It's very well organised now. You go on the official trip with the ferry from Santa Cruz to Agayete, and the police are with you the whole day. There was 15 riot vans with you, and all the police, and you keep with them the whole time. So it's so good, and the atmosphere is good-natured overall. There's a few incidents, but it's typical derby day.
Yeah, of course. And I can only imagine, with a small group, really, or the smaller group than you've had 700 fans, that the police aren't there to make sure you're not causing any trouble. I guess the police are there to make sure that, because there's only that few of you, that there isn't any,
No, there's probably about 1,000 in the end. Other people managed to buy tickets with the home fans, and they asked to walk through. So in our set, it's about 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a fantastic night.
And the goals themselves. Yeah. Tell us about the goals.
We won the first leg 1-0, and we went over there, and we were just hoping that they would come out the first 15 minutes, all guns blazing with their yellow fans behind them. Yeah. And if the fear was, if they got one early doors, we would maybe crumble under that atmosphere. But in the revert, we scored in the first few minutes.
Right. It was an early goal, wasn't it? Literally less than 10 minutes.
I think it was second or third minute.
Wow.
And we went to VAR, so VAR has been against us all season, it seems.
I know how that feels.
When it mattered now, it was for us.
Yeah.
And even the second goal was a penalty just before the break.
Was it a pen?
For me, I'm not that biased. Definite pen.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was a pen. It was our side.
Yeah.
And then, so what was the final score then for those that missed it? Or
Well, so it's 2-0 at half time, 3-0 on aggregate.
Right.
And they had to get another 3. They scored on the 74th minute.
Right.
So it's a bit worrying then that they might, if they got another one, and then, they might get to equaliser.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. And in the end, actually, we broke. We could have scored again. We should have scored again.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And it was excellent. I imagine the scenes at full time and the players came over.
Yeah.
They trotted away with the tail between their legs.
And the ground suddenly emptied, I guess. Everybody just went home.
They emptied and cleared off.
Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. I can't only imagine how cool that was been. So what is next? We're up against Girona, is that right?
Girona, against all odds. They were losing the first leg 1-0 against Eibar, and they went and won 2-0 in their away game.
Right.
So it was against the odds, and we're playing Girona next Saturday in Catalonia, Girona, 8 o'clock. But we've only been given 300 tickets for this one, which is really causing a lot of grief.
I can imagine, because you season ticket holders, for example, there must be thousands of people who.
Well, we have 10,500 season ticket holders.
Right. Okay.
We do get priority on to go to away game first. Obviously, 300. Lots want to go.
Yeah, of course.
We're trying to get more, but it's not easy. And the prices, there's no flights to Barcelona this weekend.
Right.
And we're trying to get a charter, but you don't get resident discount with a charter.
Oh, of course not,
And the rumours that it's going to be €700 or €800 for a day trip.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's expensive. But they're due to come here as well, aren't they?
Yes, the return leg's on Sunday, the 19th of May, June, at 8 o'clock. And it's too good to be true. This is our 100th anniversary of the club.
Wow!
And it falls just the carnival starting.
Yes.
Sunday night under the lights. It's too good to be true to see us.
I was going to say there could potentially. We need to win, obviously. Be an absolute carnival atmosphere that night.
You should have seen it Saturday. We arrived back at 1:30 at Santa Cruz Harbour.
Yeah.
And there must have been 300 people just to meet the fans.
Oh, wow.
Us. Flags, flares going on.
Yeah. I heard from my balcony that I knew something was going on. I knew it was good news as well, just purely because you can hear everyone around you. Car horns and things like that, fireworks and all sorts.
Wait till the 19th, that's all I'm saying. Be crazy. It's gone, island's gone football mad behind Tenerife.
So what's in store then if, by all accounts, we are successful? What's next season going to look like?
If we do get promoted, I think it's 50-50 really. One thing about the playoff final, I must say, if it's 2 draws, we will get promoted because we finished above Girona in the league.
Instead of it won't go to penalties or anything like that.
No.
I mean, I can't.
No, there's no
penalty shootouts. Just not good for the heart, are they? Let's be honest.
No.
So if it finishes on aggregate 2-2 or 3-3 or whatever it is over 2 legs, we will go through and be promoted because we finished higher than them.
Exactly,
right.
I think, in my opinion, it's a better system.
So, but actually, we'd literally draw or win. So we've got more than one escape, really, haven't we? Draw or win. And
it's on the card. So if we do get promoted, I think we're basically looking at €80 million coming into the club, which would, with the debts of the club of 12 million from the 90s, that will be wiped overnight.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
And then what are we looking at in terms of, maybe for people who don't follow Spanish football too much, what are the sort of names of clubs that we would be facing, who would come to our island?
All the Atletico Madrid, Barça Madrid, Real Madrid, Valencia, all the big clubs.
Massive.
Personally, I just follow Tenerife. Yeah. I watch them at home. I don't care if we're third division. We were in the third tier, remember, only 8 years ago.
Yeah.
9 years ago. I still enjoy going whenever, whoever we're playing.
And how long have you been supporting then? You said that you mentioned the 90s. Has it been that long?
92. I formed the Armada Sur, so it's our 30th anniversary as well.
Yeah.
And have hardly missed a match since.
Fantastic.
And if next season we do I'll be looking forward to going to the Wanda or the new Bernabeu.
Yeah, exactly. To go in away days at Madrid and Barcelona and
to see your club play at such a fantastic stadium as that. Because we've been to small grounds where there's been 500 people present not that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Tenerife playing. I used to live in Mallorca as well. I remember Real Mallorca and Tenerife meeting and those kind of matches where it was exciting, but it was still a relatively small match. So we are talking like huge and the huge name. And I guess for our players as well, being in that league, it's as I said, it's like going to the Premier League in the UK, isn't it? We've suddenly been thrust into the world stage, and it's.
The thing about this team is that if we don't succeed, the base is set for the next few seasons. Yeah. All the players, there's only one lone player. Everyone, we own them.
Right.
If they're the ones that are that good, we're going to have to sell if we don't get promoted, obviously. But if they'll go for big money, like the keeper maybe.
I mean, because even going into a playoffs, it's still quite high profile that you've made it as a team that was at the top of the league, or the top 4 or top 5 of the league.
Yes, well, I think most of Europe will be following these playoffs because a lot of the domestic leagues are finished now.
Yes, exactly.
It's nice to have the highlights on us.
Exactly, and it's nice that we've still got some football to watch because obviously with seasons ending and there's playoffs. I know there's the World Club Nations and things like that, but it's nice to watch Spanish football of an evening. Now the club itself, they're really based in the community. Tell us about the sorts of things they're doing for the community and for the fans.
The club, well, we've had our arguments over the years, but the last, year, the relations have improved greatly between the fan clubs and the club itself. They do plenty of work, charity work. My group, Armada Sur, we do charity work all the time, and I think you're obliged to do it if you're a part of a club in the community. You need to help when you can. So it's not just about following football, and it's a group of people, good camaraderie, the away day.
Yes, exactly. Making a difference and helping out in the local community. Yeah. Now, season tickets, has there been any pricing release for coming up yet, or are they waiting to see what happens with the...
They wouldn't jump the gun on that one, no.
But they had the season just gone. The pricing was done really well, wasn't it? And you got loads of extra games as a season ticket holder. We
missed 5 matches when COVID started, so they took that away from this season. So we only paid €83 for our season ticket
for the season's worth of football.
We'll have 24 matches at €83.
That is, I mean, you don't get that sort of pricing for a season ticket anywhere else, and seeing that much.
It will go if we do go up. It will go up, but not stupid money.
Yeah.
Last time it went up from 110 to 175 when we got promoted in 2009.
Right. Okay. So that's the last time we were in. Was that Top Flight?
Yes.
So that's the last time we were there, 2009.
That's right.
So this, if especially younger fans who maybe don't remember back in 2009, this could be massive.
We only lasted one season in La Liga.
What are your predictions this time round?
Well, without sounding too big-headed, it's not good to be too above yourself.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I think we're unstoppable now. I can't see the whole island is behind them. The players are feeling the passion, and I just think we're unstoppable. And maybe Girona are saying the same.
Of course, you have to have a little bit of confidence in your own abilities. But from the pictures that I've seen, or from the videos that I've seen on Facebook, I follow the page for the CD Tenerife, and some of the things, we do look like a good squad, don't we? And we're quick on the break.
The spirit is, I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
And even when we've lost matches, the players come right up to the fans and stand there for 10 minutes.
If there's one thing I have seen, it seems to be that Tenerife has a brilliant 12th man in the supporters. They really do.
Well, we have an English guy, Sam Sashoa. He hasn't played that much recently. He's had an injury.
Yeah.
But I'm in contact with him, and Shaq Moore, the American, international.
Right.
He's all the players are very down to earth, and they're not on millionaire wages here.
Yes, exactly.
And they know it's good for them, their own careers, to get promoted. But they really want to get promoted. Yeah. If we don't do it this year, next year.
Yeah.
But I think we'll do it.
You think we'll do it?
Yes.
And just tell us very briefly then about what you do as Armada Sur, the supporters club. Are people able to join? How does...
Yeah, well, we have 80-odd season ticket holders in our fan club, and we go up on the coaches, and we have a few people that are regulars that come over for trips. Been coming for 20 years, some people.
Right.
And they plan their holidays around the matches.
Fantastic.
So it's good for tourism.
Yeah.
Even at this level, it's good for tourism. And the money that football can bring into the islands is second to none. We do barbecues and we do charity events, as I said, and that's basically it.
And how would people find out about the Armada Sur? Have you got a Facebook page?
We have a Facebook page, over 2,500 members now.
Wow. So if you wanted to check out things that are coming up, maybe they can check out your Facebook page.
Facebook page, yes, and Twitter.
And Twitter.
Tenerife Football Plus on Twitter.
Tenerife Football Plus.
Yes.
I'm going to write that down so I can keep saying it so you can join in if you want to. Okay, well, fingers crossed. We've got 2 matches to go, potentially until we're in the big time. Against Girona. Tell us once again when they are. The first leg is?
First leg Saturday, 8 o'clock in Girona, away. And then the following Sunday on the 19th, 8 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock, you expect a lot of fireworks to be going off. Hide your pets.
And do you reckon, are they going to be on TV here?
They're on TV. I'm not sure. It was on Being Sports, La Liga. It's on Vamos. It's on various channels. Not open TV.
So if you're not able to obviously go because the first leg, like you said, only a few hundred tickets and difficult to get there. At least we can watch it on TV and support.
They are trying to do big screens, but they've been told they're not allowed because the bars are going to be unhappy. They pay a lot of money.
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, listen, just literally keeping everything crossed for our boys to do well against Girona at 2 legs, and this is what I've improved now my understanding, and it's made me happier. A draw or a win will do it.
Yes, obviously you don't want to hold on for a draw.
No, but
if we have to, we do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you very much, Chris, for joining me, and best of luck to our boys. And fingers crossed, not very long before we know that we're going to be in La Liga. Yeah. Chris, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.
Number 1 for 25 years.
Oasis FM Tenerife. We're all over it.